DreAllDay.com.
Now we doing a wide open Q&A. I'm taking any question, any topic. Go ahead and shoot with your question. Let me put 10 minutes on the clock. There we go. There is now 9:57 on the clock. Y'all can see. I need to put something like this up here so people can see the timer while it's going. I think that'll make it better. It'll create more of a sense of urgency for people. But until then, y'all just gonna have to go off when y'all hear that timer go off. We doing exactly 10 minutes right now. Is my full name Andre? It's just Dre. It's Dre. Dre, work on your game, Baldwin. That's my middle name, is work on W-O-Y-G. So everybody, we are taking questions about any topic right now. My name is Dre Baldwin. Many know me as Dre all day. I come from the city of Philadelphia. I now live in South Florida. My background is as a pro athlete, played basketball overseas 9 years. Now I'm an author, I'm an entrepreneur. I am a professional speaker. I'm in the sales business. What I do is sell people. I sell confidence, I sell products, I sell services, I sell programs, I sell coaching, I sell consulting, I sell my presence. I sell my presence in places. I sell that. I sell ideas. I sell belief. I sell ambition. I sell information. I sell knowledge. I sell experience. Every single one of you is in sales. And if you don't think you're in sales, it's probably because you're just not good at it. But everybody is a salesperson. You just got to get better at selling whatever you're selling. Selling yourself, selling your ideas, selling your products. Yana said I need to sell insurance. I do. I sell mental insurance. I wrote a book called The Mental Handbook. I sell books. All right, so that's what I sell. I do sell insurance. I sell mental insurance, emotional insurance. I sell physical insurance through playing sports. Would I consider myself cocky? No, I wouldn't. I consider myself confident. If somebody considers me cocky, it's just because they see a level of confidence they can never fathom themselves being at, and that's their problem, not mine. So I think fear of failure comes from overthinking. Absolutely it does, because fear is just something that creates in your mind. Looking at my books right here, Gears of Rap says looking at my books. Listen, you looking at them or you reading them? Which one is it? I'd rather you read them than look at them. But if you need to look at them first to read them, then keep looking. I'm taking action but not getting immediate results. Should I change my actions or keep pushing? Coach Kev, you tell me what you think the answer to that question is. I'm looking forward to your comment. Tell me what you think the answer to that question is. What day it means people say, what does it mean if people say I'm overtraining? I don't know. Ask the people that said it. I can't speak for what other people are thinking. You ask, if somebody says something to you that you don't know what it means, why would you walk away without finding out what they're talking about? What should be the first step to becoming an entrepreneur? Your mindset. Read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. That's a great starter for people who want to be entrepreneurs. Read some books by Jim Rohn. That's R-O-H-N. R-O-H-N, Jim Rohn. Read some books by who's somebody else who's good on entrepreneurship. Read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. My long-term goal is the NBA. Is getting more playing time a better option from the last Periscope? Well, it depends. You might need to get better. Getting better, you could get better both ways. By being on a team where you don't play a lot, but you get to practice against better players, and also being on a team where you play a lot and get game experience. So you can gain from both situations. What you need to do is make a decision and act on it and stop thinking about it. That's the number one thing. Dragon's Den. Yeah, well, that's a TV show, right? Shark Tank's also a TV show. The Prophet with Marcus Lemonis, that's a TV show. But I'm more partial to books. I'm more partial to books than I am to TV shows. Even though Shark Tank is great and Marcus Lemonis is great, I recommend people to read books because it takes more discipline to read a book. You think you can have a smart mouth at times towards some people's questions or comments? Well, that's the opinions of the people watching. I'm not really concerned with that. If somebody thinks that, that's their problem, not mine. Player goes from being a bench player to a headliner in one summer. Paul George. Well, hey, you know what? It happened for Paul George. It could happen for you, but it also could not happen for you because there's only one Paul George that I know of. Doesn't mean that you can't do it, though. You got to decide. Again, you got to decide what you want to do. Are digital books worse than physical ones? Why would they be? It's the exact same words. It's just one you have a physical copy in your hand, the other one you hold in a digital device. It's the exact same information, so I wouldn't say there's really any difference. But why would you word the question that way? I'm curious as to why you would even ask that question in that format. But I'm taking wide open questions right now about any single topic, whatever it is. What type of basketball training videos catch my interest? None of them. I don't watch basketball training videos. I am basketball training videos. All right? If you see a basketball training video, you watching me because anybody doing it got the idea from me. Did any of you see Cam? I heard about him. I heard he had a great game today. Someone said they don't get in your head as good. What? Now I was saying it's possible. I was saying you'll be the next him. Yeah, I get what you're saying. What is my middle name? W-O-Y-G. You got to ask better questions. Yes. Does music pump you up before the game? Well, it depends. Depends on what game, depends on what music, depends on the situation. So it's all case-by-case basis. You got any hobbies besides business and basketball? I don't think so. Because everything I do is business. Everything I do is part of my business. So Actually, I wouldn't consider I do anything outside of those two things. Basketball is part of my business too, so we could just say business. Everything, all of it's business. How much did I average in my career overseas? That's a good question. I don't know. I never really thought about that answer because each league is different. Each season is different, so I would have to think about that. How do you put on lean muscle without gaining a ton of weight? I'm probably not the best person to answer that. I'm not a personal trainer. You should probably look up my guy, Big Brandon Carter. He's written a couple books about that. He does a lot of videos on YouTube too. He got good information. So look up Big Brandon Carter on YouTube. Good guy from New York. I'm taking questions wide open right now. How would you stop yourself from overthinking? See the previous scope I just did on action. So instead of thinking about things, just go do things. As soon as you get an idea, just do it. Just do it and see what happens. Did I have thousands of points over career? I don't know. I just said I had to think about it. I'm taking wide open questions right now. Any topic, any subject. Who was the best player you played against overseas? Probably somebody I couldn't even name. Probably some European guy. How closely does the NBA pay attention to what's going on overseas? Well, the NBA is not like one person. It depends on each people and each team and what their situation is, what they're looking for. And you would have to be in the front office of an NBA team to really know the answer to that question. Being overseas, you don't know how much they're looking at you because you focus on doing your job. You're not focused on whoever else is looking at them. Career high, I scored 39 in a game in Mexico. That's probably the most I scored in one game, an official game that I can think of professionally. That'd probably be in one game. All right, so we got 342 right now. I'm doing a wide open Q&A. Any topic you want to ask, we talk. Do I know any Oakland players? I don't know. I might know players and not know they was from Oakland. So I know a lot of players, but I don't know where everybody is from originally. Have I heard Brandon Carter's speech about excuses? I'm not sure I have. Am I going to start a business venture with my sister? I don't think so. Why are you asking that question? I'm taking wide open questions right now. Maybe I should go back to taking topics. I'm not sure where these questions is coming from. Some of them not making no sense to me. So we got 3 minutes left in this Q&A. Can I see your comment? The connection message. I see this comment right now. I didn't see anything before. All right, you checking in from Brazil? Shout out to Brazil. Do I have a best friend? I got close friends. What's up, KG the Pure Soul? How you doing? Favorite NBA team? I don't have a favorite NBA team. I like players in the NBA. I don't like any certain teams. I just like watching good games. Connect 4, I haven't played that in a long time, so probably no. How can I train for basketball in the winter? By getting on the basketball court and working out the same as you do in the summer. Did I see your question? I see the question you just posted just now. Listen, if you post a question and I don't answer it, just post it again. I don't think there's any trivia to that, ladies and gentlemen. Just post the question again until I answer. How long was I in a relationship? I've been in more than one relationship. I just watched the old video about you talking about her. LOL, my bad. Okay. I was just asking where you got it from. I mean, it's not a secret that I got a sister. I was just wondering where you got that question from. But I don't think right now there's any business deals imminent. Current one, less than 2 years, less than 3 years. All right, so we got 2 minutes here in this Q&A right now. My favorite NBA player, Michael Jordan. If your girlfriend doesn't motivate you, should you drop her? Again, that's a question that each person has to answer for themselves. I can't tell somebody whether they should drop or pick up a girlfriend or boyfriend. That's a question you have to answer because you're the one who has to live with the results. Westbrook or Curry? I like both of them. No, right now, basketball player, got to say LeBron James. He's the best player. Curry's great too. I think LeBron James is still the best player though. Curry's playing the best right now though. He'll probably, season ended right now, he'd be MVP. Let's put it like that. We got 1:26 left in this current Q&A. I'm taking questions on any topic, ladies and gentlemen. Post your questions. We got 1:19 left. Who would I choose if I was a general manager? Choose for what? For one game, one season, or rest of the career? Tell me what I'm choosing for. LeBron isn't clutch. We're not even getting into that. That man got a couple of rings, he got some hardware on his shelf. Do I speak a foreign language? I know some Spanish, but I don't really speak it. Who should start point guard in the East for the All-Star game? Whoever gets the most votes. Who's the next Kobe? Nobody. There's only one Kobe. To start a franchise right now, I guess I had to go Curry. He's playing the best, but I wouldn't cry if I ended up with Westbrook. He's been losing all the finals, but he won twice. He lost, I think, 4 times, but he's gotten there 6 times. I got suspended for sneaking back in the school at the gym. They kicked me out. I have no basketball gym now. Well, you need to fix that. You need to figure something out. Best way to push yourself, get some goals that compel you to move forward without you having to think about it. Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose, got to be Jimmy now. Any days do you feel unmotivated or uninspired? If I ever feel that way, not for an entire day, maybe for a moment, and then I start focusing on the things that are my goals, and I don't feel like that no more. Jordan is 6 for 6. Yes, he is. Well, listen, how many Michael Jordans do you know? So if somebody says, listen, you're great at basketball, but you're not as good as Michael Jordan, that's a great consolation prize. All right, there've been billions of basketball players in the world. You comparing them to one guy, Michael Jordan. What about everybody else? What about the other million basketball players who've never been to the finals? Political views, the timer is up, but I'll keep this going. Y'all keep coming with good questions, we'll keep it going. Political views, ask me a specific question about politics, I'll answer it. If you're not as good as MJ, you're no good. Yeah, that's the way most people think. They compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan like that's negative against LeBron James. Listen, who does compare to Michael Jordan? Nobody. What's up, S6 Benz? My favorite drink is water. Can I palm a basketball? On a good day, yes. How do you find an empty gym? By looking for one. Keep going to gyms till you find one that's empty. Simple as that. Action, again. Paul George or Kevin Durant? Got to be Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant's the better player right now. He has more accomplishments than Paul George. So we got to go with that. Oh, to start my franchise, here's a basketball right here. Can I palm this? No, probably not. Not right now. I had to go with KD right now. To start a franchise, had to be KD. He has more accomplishments. I just think he's a better player overall. But again, I wouldn't be crying if I ended up with Paul George. What's your favorite muscle building drink? None. I don't take muscle building drinks. So I guess water. My favorite drink, no matter what topic is water. Always water. I don't drink anything but water. I think the last time I drank something other than water is I had a glass of lemonade for Thanksgiving. I was at somebody's house. Is it worth practicing in cold weather? Because when I do, I have to take 10-minute warm breaks. Well, listen, you got to figure out what's worth it. I can't tell you what's worth your time and effort. You got to decide that. Should basketball players try to bulk up? Well, it depends on who the player is. It's not a every basketball player should do this. It's each player has to decide what they want to do for themselves. Worst thing I've ever ate. I don't know. I got to think about that. Every time I walk into a school gym, they kick me out because I have no supervision. Then go find another gym. Go find another gym. Can I give a shout out? All right, shout out to Karim514. He asked for it. I gave him a shout out. Where you checking in from, Karim? Give me some information. I'll shout out your city. I'll shout out your city right now. Tell me the team you play for, where you work. I'll shout that out. Do you add anything to the water? I add nothing to the water. I just get straight water and just drink it just as it is. How do you make money? How do you earn money? You don't want to make money, you want to earn money. So you go out and start a business, go sell something. You want an idea to make money? Here it is, right here. Go to Walmart or Costco, buy a pack of Skittles and Snickers, those candy things. There's like 20 of them in the box. You buy them for like $7, go sell them for $2 a piece. You sell 20 of them at $2 a piece. That's $40 profit on a $40 revenue on a $7 investment. You just made a profit of $33. Do the exact same thing over and over and over again. You'll amass $1 million. You did that in junior high. That's what's up. There it is right there. Go to Costco or Walmart, buy water. You can buy Gatorade. You can buy soda, buy bags of chips, buy candy, buy any of that stuff. Because what you pay for it, if you go sell it for $1 a piece or $2 a piece, you're going to make a profit. So just keep doing it over and over again. Guarantee it works. See, most people just not willing to do the work. They don't want to take the actions. So it's not like people don't have the information. They just don't want to do the work. Is the Wilson X a better investment for me than the Wilson Evolution? Well, honestly, I didn't invest in either one of them. So I can't really tell you the answer to that question. Pay taxes on that? Yeah, probably not. I don't think the government's going to come after you for that. Best outdoor basketball? Any basketball. Any basketball. Just pick one. I don't know. When did it become a thing? Well, Freedom Generated, I'm taking questions. I'm soliciting questions, so it's okay. When did it become a thing? When did you start posting videos every day? Because you haven't been going for like a year. Haven't been going where? What are you talking about? Government wants their tastes. Well, all right. Well, listen. You call the government and you complain about whoever. You don't even know who did it. So if you want to fight crime, you call the government and take care of that. What ball do I recommend? Any ball. When did it become a thing that people need to know which basketball to use? When I was growing up, I'm gonna give y'all one of my when I was growing up stories. Listen, it didn't matter. You just picked up a basketball and played in it. What shoe? Again, what shoes do you play in? Who cares? Just pick a pair of shoes and pick a basketball and play. Because listen, if you can't play, no matter what basketball you got and what shoes you got, you still a bum. All right, if you're good, you're still gonna be good no matter what you got on. Sometimes I like to. Okay, it just seems like you're getting annoyed. Carry on. No, I take questions all the time. This is called a Q&A, so I want questions. I'm just looking for some good questions. My thoughts on UL Washington, I don't even know who that is. Is that a team? Is that a place? Good ball shoes improve your game. No, that's completely incorrect. No, they don't. Listen, if you're a bum and I give you the best pair of basketball shoes out there rated by the experts, you're still going to be a bum. You will be a bum. If you're a bum, you're going to be a bum no matter what you got on. All right, that's an absolute fact. Doing squats improves your game? Not necessarily. That's also not true. All shoes are not good shoes. If they're basketball shoes, they're going to do the job. Listen, if you can play, you can play. All right, I think a lot of you have been fooled into thinking that of the right basketball shoe will improve your game. Listen, all that is clever marketing by the basketball companies that are making billions of dollars out of you guys' pockets. But that's a whole other conversation. Not to say there's anything wrong with it, but please, no. A pair of basketball shoes, listen, if I gave you a pair of Reebok ball shoes and a pair of Nike basketball shoes, if you're a bum, you're going to be a bum in both pairs of shoes. All right, and if you're good, you're going to be good in both pairs. It is absolutely not the shoes. I get it. It's marketing, and marketing sells product. I'm all for that. Listen, I am in the marketing business, so I get it. I'm all for it. But listen, don't be fooled into thinking the shoes are going to make you good. Because if you can't play, you still can't play. Am I familiar with Chris Dunn from Providence? I am not. When I play in Chucks, they're hoop shoes. Listen, if I can play and I'm playing against somebody who can't play and they got on the Kyries and I got on Chucks, who's going to win that game? Me. Some balls have no grip or less air. No, basketball has air depending on how much air you put in it. So that's also not true. And grip is relative. It depends on what's on the surface of the ball, like dirt or dust, and also what's on your hands. So that's also not true. But bad ones slip. No, they don't. Bad hands slip. Not bad basketballs. Listen, if your hands are sticky enough, you'll be able to grip any basketball. And if the ball is clean, you'll be able to grip it better than if it's dirty. So it's not the ball itself, it's the environment that you're in, the situation of the ball, the circumstances of the ball at that time. So everybody has to understand that. There's something to be said for feel good, play good. Absolutely, that's right. But see, feel good comes from here. It doesn't come from the shoes. It comes from the mind. See, that's the part that you're not getting. Do I invest water profits? Do I keep a food journal? No, I don't. How long have I been posting vids every day in a row? Since 2009. Still do it to this day. How do I prevent sweating hands indoors? By not sweating, that's one way, but you also just have a towel close by. You could try some talcum powder, like the powder that LeBron James tosses before every game. You can buy that stuff. Yeah, chalk or whatever it is. You can buy that stuff from like Amazon.com or something like that. Bad shoes slip. Well, see, what's the definition of bad shoes? See, that's the thing. It depends on what you consider to be bad shoes. If you take an Adidas basketball shoe, an Anta, a Dwayne Wade shoe, a Nike, and a Jordan shoe, and you consider one of those bad, listen, if you can't play, it doesn't matter what you have on. Okay, I don't care whatever way y'all want to slice it. This is not a. I'm not trying to. It's not a right or wrong thing. Listen, if you can't play, you can't play. All right, you can buy the most expensive basketball, the most expensive sneakers, the highest rated basketball, highest rated sneakers. If you're a bum, you will still be a bum today, the bum that you was yesterday, and the bum you're gonna be tomorrow. All right, that is an absolute fact. All right, now you can buy whatever sneakers you want. I guarantee you're still going to be a bum if you was a bum before you bought them. Now, if you were good before you bought them, you're still going to be good. Do I suggest lifting a lot of small weights or not a lot of heavy weights? You need to lift based on what your goals are. So it's not about just doing it because. You have to figure out why you're doing it in the first place. Feel good, be good, act good. Exactly. Feel good comes from the mind. It doesn't come from what you have on your feet. You can feel good with a pair of Timbs on. You can feel good with a pair of Jordans on. You can feel good barefoot. There are people in Africa with no shoes who feel great. All right, feel better than Americans with a pair of $200 Jordans on. So feel good is not about what you buy or what you own. Feel good it starts up here. Feeling comes from the mind. It does not come from your hands. It doesn't come from your feet or your socks. See, a lot of you people have the wrong ideas of where feeling comes from. You think it is attributed to the products that you can own. It's not. That is completely incorrect. But again, this is stuff that's been taught to y'all by the marketing machines of businesses. And I'm not against it. I'm for it. Listen, I'm all for it. But y'all just got to understand what's going on. Walmart M1 shoes slip. Well, listen, if you can play, you're still going to win even if you're slipping. All right, you give me some M1 shoes from Walmart, I'm still going to be a good player. All right, and if you can't play, I give you the Jordans. Again, you're still going to be a bum. One of the things that basketball coaches, the scouts look for in terms of player, in terms of skill set, they look for skills. They look for game. That's it. No, they don't limit you for basketball 6. You limit yourself. Shoes do not limit you, ladies and gentlemen. A basketball does not limit you. All right, so if I have this basketball and it's brand new, and then I play in it for 10 years straight and it's all worn out and worn down, the ball still doesn't limit me. Even if it's 10 years old, the ball doesn't limit me. What limits me is my belief that the fact that the ball is worn down is going to make my game worse. If I think it's going to make my game worse, it will. If I think the ball being worn down doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. This is all comes from your mind. Would I recommend protein-enriched cereal for recovery? I never had that, so I can't even speak on it. That's the best ball known to man, by the way. NCAA Wilson for life. You like this ball? All right, that's cool. Listen, if thinking that the ball is going to help you get better makes you actually think better, then hey, you should do it. I'm with that, completely with that. My favorite meals and snacks. My favorite food is a banana. I don't have favorite meals. Favorite snacks: bananas, apples, oranges, grapes. I had my ball for 20 years, right? And if you can play, guess what? That ball's still gonna work. Some shoes make you work harder than you have to. No, that's not true. Inanimate objects do not make you do anything. All right, so just your wording is completely incorrect, just the way that you said that. Shoes do not make you do anything. They don't make you run faster. They don't make you jump higher. They don't make you do anything. It's your belief that they do, that you might run faster in a different pair of shoes because you think having the shoes makes you run faster. They call it, what do they call it? What's that? They call it the placebo effect. It's kind of like if somebody had a headache, right? And they went to the doctor and said, "Doc, I got a headache." And the doctor says, "Take these pills. They're guaranteed to cure headaches and call me back tomorrow." Then the next day they call and say, "Doc, you're right. The pills cured the headache." And it turns out the pills had no medicine in them whatsoever. They were sugar pills. But the person's belief in what the doctor said made them mentally get rid of the headache because they believed it so much. The things you believe create your reality, ladies and gentlemen. Same thing with basketball shoes, same thing with medicine, everything else. I don't have enough characters here to explain what I'm saying. Well, you don't have to explain it. How high on the backboard can I touch? I don't know. Thank you, M baby. I appreciate that. What is my nutrition looking like? Ask me a more specific question with that. Same with religion, exactly. They make you taller. Yeah, right. I mean, they make you taller about a couple inches when you put the shoes on. I guess you're right about that. Drumming with a plastic ball with my eyes closed? Nope. Do I drink any shakes when working out? I usually take a protein shake, not during the workout. I just take it sometime during the day. Not every day, though. I don't take any other supplements besides protein. Like Monster Jam with Michael's Secret Juice. I don't even know what that means. How do you make a young athlete who put in the work more aggressive on the court? Well, what you want to do is you need to get into their mindset. Really, they have to want to be more aggressive. You can't really make them do it. They have to want to do it. Oh, so not just H2O. Okay, yeah, you caught me there. Am I doing any weight training? I'm doing weight training. I'm 15 is going to affect my growth. Probably not, as long as you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, then you're fine. If you don't know what you're doing, get a trainer. Do I get into coaching basketball? No, I'm not interested in coaching. What if people are having grip problems with the ball? Then get a different ball. If you are having trouble with the ball, get a new ball. If you're having trouble with your shoes, get new shoes. Listen, if you think it's helping you, then it's going to help you. If you think it's not going to help you, it's not going to help you. Yes, Malik, I see your comment. Is there any way I can trigger them mentally? You should probably read some books on that. Read some books by trainers and coaches, by seasoned trainers and coaches. Tim Grover, read Tim Grover's book. You read something like Phil Jackson. All the basketball coaches. Red Auerbach has written some books. Read books by people who have experience doing what you're trying to do. That's the simplest way to put it. It's all personal preference, of course it is. So, do we got any more useful questions here before we wrap this one up, ladies and gentlemen? 8:35 p.m. Any serious injuries from hooping? No, I don't. All right, so we wrapping this one up, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dre Baldwin. Website's called dreallday.com. If you want to read, all right, Malik has a question. What tools did I use when it came to building my business involving the logo and the website? I didn't use any tools. I went to GoDaddy, got the domain name, locked it into WordPress. What is it, like WordPress.org for the website, and I found a theme from WP Zoom. I created that logo myself. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, to answer all your questions. If you want to read my first book, it's called Buy a Game. Go to dreallday.com/buyagame. You can read that book completely for free. We'll send it to you via email, and I will talk to y'all probably sometime tomorrow. Work on your game, everybody. dreallday.com. This video, I'm sure you were entertained. Make sure to stay connected with me on all your favorite social networks. Twitter and Periscope at Dre All Day. Instagram, Dre Baldwin. Facebook /Work on Your Game. You can bookmark my YouTube channel by subscribing, of course. And the website is workonyourgame. That's .me. Workonyourga.me. And of course, my homepage is my website, dreallday.com. So you can know exactly what I'm doing, exactly when I'm doing it, and how you might be able to be involved. Work on